Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Ghost in the Attic Challenge. This is Mackenzie with By Screenside, and I am excited to be bringing you this first episode of a challenge. As with any challenge, there's got to be some rule explanation, of course, that goes on. Um, and the start, so I apologize if if it takes a little bit to sort of explain things. The idea of this challenge is that your Sims are trapped in a house with a ghost that controls which rooms they can and cannot go into. So every day that is decided by the roll of a dice. And so different outcomes will happen every day, every sim day. At 6 a.m. is when we roll the dice, and so that tells us what's going to be happening for the day and where our sims are allowed to go. So the story of this challenge is that Ava here, who's currently crying in the closet, let's bring her out so you can see her face. Ava here is a sim whose brother has recently passed away. She she is well, she's always been a bit of a wild child, and she ran off with her high school sweetheart, who is Wyatt here in this room, and she had a brother named Harvey, and Harvey didn't approve of her relationship with Wyatt, and when they moved into this house with that was belonged to Wyatt's great aunt. They were warned never to go into the attic. Well, one day Ava heard a voice that frightened her so much that she called Harvey to ask him to come be with her. And he insisted on searching the whole house. And when he came home, he found that. Or Wyatt came home, he found that Harvey was wanting to go into the attic. He tried to warn him to stop, but he didn't. And so that resulted in the release of the ghost here. In this case, our ghost, her name is Norma North. Um, and Norma is a character. Her traits are insane, evil, and mean. She died by anger. So we also do have the ghost of Harvey here. So you saw his death in the little trailer opening, which I hope that you enjoyed. Um, so basically, Ava and Wyatt are going to be trying to survive in the house while Norma keeps them locked in certain rooms and does her level best to try and keep them from survival. This is the house that I built for the challenge here, and it has no front door because she locked them up after Harvey's death. So the specifications of the lot are in the challenge rules, which I will link below. It's going to be hard to remember every single aspect of the challenge, but I'll try and explain it as we go along and just enjoy ourselves. Part of the challenge rules is with spending household funds, so that actually reminds me I need to set the household money to 2,000. So we will have to pay bills with that money. So we're part of the challenge is that we do have to earn money for the household. Norma is allowed to help with earning money for the household, but she is not allowed to help them in their day-to-day caring for themselves, such as repairs, cooking, anything like that. Just she's only allowed to contribute to the household funds. So she's allowed to go wherever she wants in the house or the world anytime she wants. So if you want to play this challenge and you want to go off your lot for a while, you can do that with the ghost. This is it is kind of a rough challenge. It is not meant to be easy. And we actually are just about to come up on our very first roll of the dice, which I am going to film and show it in the video. So it's 5:56 a.m. We did have to spend a little time setting up. That's in the challenge explanation as well, how you set up the game, because you do have to load her in the game as a living sim and kill her off, as well as Harvey. So that is explained. But we're going to go ahead and do our first dice roll, and there's a list of outcomes in the challenge rules as well. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and roll the dice here. And that's a 6 and a 1, so that's 7. All right, so 7, that's an easy one to remember for me because lucky number 7 means we are able to open the master bedroom, and that means we're also able to try for a baby. So that was a really lucky spin for day number 1. They will have to get out and start taking care of their gardening and fishing, though. So that's going to be number 1 thing. They're going to have to live off what they can harvest. And your first 6 seed packets is on the challenge. So, alrighty, let's get going. So we're going to plant some grapes. Definitely want an apple tree. Get some strawberries. Do we want bananas? Maybe we'll save those. Carrots, spinach, mushrooms. And we've got parsley. I don't know why I picked herbs at all. Like, that would just be terrible just to eat an herb just by itself. Ugh. Okay, so let's do another grapes and another strawberries because we can only get seeds that we can buy from the planter or that we can fish out of the pond or later on maybe even possibly graft. But everything has to... did we unlock the door? No, we did not. Okay, so that is every day at 6 we unlock the backyard. So the backyard is open from 6 to 6. Ooh, and Norma is angry. So Norma, she's totally a character. She's got a lot of different like weird outfits and stuff. So she's going to be a fun sim to play with. So according to the rules, we have to get at least one of her skills to level 10 in order to complete the challenge. And I'm going to work on writing with her. Let's write an angry children's book. For this one here, she is creative, neat, and loves the outdoors. So she will be gaining household funds by painting. He's going to primarily be the fisherman here at the start, and they have to cook all their fish over the fire. So if you don't have outdoor retreat and you want to play the game, you can just use a grill, or if you want to play the challenge, you can just use a grill. But you can only cook the fish that you catch on that grill. So, and then also, okay, so there are 3 ways to win the challenge. The first is to keep your original 2 sims alive for 30 sim days. The second is to have 5 sims that each have level 3 cooking, gardening, and fishing, and 1 max skill each. And then the third way to win is to combine those 2 and also have a ghost write the book of life for one of your original sims. So that's sort of like an easy mode, medium mode, and hard mode way to win the challenge. So yeah, Ava's still feeling pretty sad about her brother passing away. So yeah, we're feeling pretty bad for her right now, but hopefully that sad painting will go well. And we've got Wyatt here working on the garden. So their names came from classic horror movies or just horror movies in general. So that'll be a theme that'll keep up throughout the challenge. Norma is named after Norman Bates. Ava Warren and Wyatt Warren are named after the paranormal investigators, Lorraine Warren and Ed Warren. I believe they had something to do with the Amityville Horror House, and they're also the main characters in the Conjuring films. So that's where their names came from, and then as we add Sims to the house, we'll name them after horror movie characters too. And originally, Harvey and Ava's last name was Myers, like Michael Myers. So, she finished? Sell that, please. Thanks. And she's gonna have to fish because they need to eat. So yeah, I built. They're gonna be spending a lot of their time in the backyard, so I fixed it up really cute for them. And they've got a couple of woohoo bushes. So they can only try for baby on days when they roll a 7, like today. But normally, and I swear that was the legitimate outcome of the roll. So that's That's true. We just happen to get lucky, but a lot of the outcomes that are on the list are not good outcomes. So, um, it's definitely not an easy challenge at all. Like there should be Sims that die. It's a Halloween challenge. It's a ghost challenge. I definitely wanted there to be a hefty bit of death, and having the ghost is a nice little insurance policy in case you happen to roll death like too many times in a row or something and you lose one of your Sims or even all of your Sims. You can continue to play as the ghost and roll every day until you get a living Sim back and kind of start fresh, but I mean, at least you don't have to completely fail the challenge out. So that's a good way, I think, that we can. It's a good little insurance policy anyway. So we need to get them fed, and it's only 9:12 still, so we've got a while to go in our day. Norma, I definitely recommend. Well, I think it's required that they be insane because your ghost should be up in the attic as much as possible. They're going to come down and they're going to interact with the other Sims sometimes, but you just try to keep them apart, as much as you can. It's not a big deal. And then they no living Sims can ever go into the attic. That is forbidden, and they must die if you accidentally forget to. Um, she can't fish. She's not good enough. Um, no, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yay, you got a fish. Yay. Good job, man. Catch that sad little fish. A tetra. So, yeah, if she can go anywhere, if they go up into the attic, they must be killed. So, make sure that you keep those doors locked. And I hope she's catching a fish, and she's not catching a fish. Okay, go. They're both so hungry. Oh, I should have fed them before I started the challenge. You just basically set up everything and then go right back to, go jump right into the challenge according to the setup. So that's what we did. So certain other role outcomes that we can get is like having to age a Sim up into an elder, having to kill a Sim, having to have them survive in the walled off pool for 8 hours. Sometimes we'll have good things like access to the kitchen, access to the master bedroom, access to the yard all day. That's really helpful. And I did play test this challenge some. Okay, awesome. Okay, we have 2 fish. Great. It's really hard at the beginning when they have no fishing skill, but I did play test this challenge some, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing it together. All right. Go kick the tires and light the fires. Or just light the fires, because you guys got fish to cook. So as soon as they do that, we are going to send them upstairs for a little woohoo. We definitely want to do that because, believe me, having Sims and my little bit of playtesting times of this, I found how easy it is to lose a Sim. Oh, he caught something. What did he catch? A cherry. Sweet, we can have a cherry for our garden. Okay, so roast fish. You roast a fish, please. And it's great that she's inspired because that will help get her cooking skill up more quickly. Hooray! And I see him being the main gardener, so I'm going to go ahead and give him... You know what? We'll keep the rest in her inventory for snacks. Let's get that cherry out. Oh, Norma finished a book already. So in terms of earning funds for the household, your living Sims can write books, but they can't go to the mailbox. So they can only sell them directly from their inventory like this to make money. Your ghost, however, can write and make funds for the household. So that is the reason I set her to be the writer to max writing skill. Because that's a helpful way. And it also keeps the ghost occupied pretty regularly. So that's also nice. And we're going to have her write another book, another children's book. I don't know if this is a really good idea having Norma write children's books, but I guess that's gonna happen. All right, let's see. So he wants to be funny with her. He's feeling better. She's still pretty bummed. 2 days. Eek. Yeah, that's because her brother died. So she's probably gonna be pretty down in the dumps for a while. Poor girl.
Pando. Snursh Walla
But she, as you can see, really loves Wyatt. One blue shoe, a tale of Austin found. Sounds like your style, Norma. You keep going on with your bad self. And I did set all their skills back to 1 that popped up during the initial setting things up period. And then there's a little bit from what they've gained. So during the getting set up period, your Sims are going to kind of roam around and do things, and they're going to get a little bit of skill on them. That's okay. Like, you don't have to set them back. Just don't purposely, set them to doing skills right away. But if what they do autonomously, that's fine. Like, you can count that toward the challenge. So yeah. So I guess we do a little quick tour of the house. This is the living room, and you can see I spookied everything up with the cobwebs and spiders. And this is just sort of the hallway here. This is our bathroom. This bathroom is open all the time. This living room is open all the time. And the library here is open all the time. So they have a piano, a bookshelf, and a computer. This is the kitchen. I think the kitchen looks so bright and inviting. And it's so funny to be locked out of it and just see it over there. So bright and inviting. This is the only bedroom that is unlocked all the time. This is the single bed, so the Sims in the household, no matter how many other than Norma, all have to kind of take shifts in this bed, or they can sleep on the couch. Or if it's during the daytime, they can sleep on the bench. And so, of course, nobody can go here but Norma, and the ghosts can have whatever they want in their apartment, basically anytime. If we get a roll to where we get whatever item we want, then we will have to cover that with household funds. So we can get other skill items and fun items if we want to add them in later to the common areas if we get such a roll. But yeah, so let's go ahead and oh no, she's too sad. Oh, can he do it? Oh no, please. Oh no! I hope she agrees. Oh. Uh-oh. Move, Ava. Alright, let's see how this goes over.
Bogandro.
She gonna do it? Please do it.
No.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Alright. Alright, you crazy kids. I'm so happy that we got a 7 right off. That is super lucky. But of course, when I was playtesting, there was more than one baby made. I don't want to talk about all the details of the playtest game, but I will say that there was a baby that died as soon as it aged up to young adult, which if you have a child, as soon as the baby ages up to child, you have to turn them into young adult. So they aged up from child to young adult. The next day, they had to be aged up to an elder, and then the next day they died. So having Sims is really, really good, but you can lose them at any time. Take an angry poo, Norma. Alright, and we will check and see if Ava here is pregnant. You can have an ensuite bathroom if your master bedroom, but it can only be accessible when the master bedroom is open. How'd you do? Did you get one? Hooray! Awesome. We are expecting. Excellent. Now we're going to have to take really good care of Ava.
Wissadib. Ravuda.
Kagamara.
Oh, baby. He's like, great, we're locked in this house and we can't do anything to take care of it. Spectacular. Alright, let's you do some fishing, because technically you guys can shower whenever. And the house is open during the day, like you don't have to be locked out of the house during the day. Norma is creepily jerking around the house. And where are you going, Norma? What's... Okay, well that makes sense, sure. Aw. It's hard to tell on Ghosts, but she has on the new Dia de los Muertes. I'm so not good at saying things that are in Spanish, but the Day of the Dead makeup that we just got in the patch, she's actually got it on. It's hard to tell on her because of the ghost thing. I love it when she's an angry red ghost, though. I admittedly love this ghost, even though I'm supposed to be afraid of it. She's so crazy. Okay, Ava, please catch a fish, and Wyatt, finish your shower, buddy, because we need a fish for dinner later on. And it's 3 o'clock. So, in terms of the day, like having to close up at 6 o'clock, it's hard, even like if you're paying really good attention, not to sometimes let that 6 o'clock time speed by. So if it comes like, 6:05 sometime and you're in the middle of something, just finish up what you're doing and then head inside and lock the door. So that's the kind of rule I played. Hey, you made that mess. You can clean it up. So, and that's the household rule. If now, she can't help clean up any messes that any of the Sims who die make, so we will get haunted. Those ghosts will break things. Norma can repair the items in her own attic room, but she can't repair the items in the house. So that's up to Ava and Wyatt and whomever might come along. Alright, go use the restroom and then come back and fish some more, please. Because you're pretty much our only hope for catching fish at this point. She is only halfway to a skill point.
Oh.
He is almost to a skill point. Okay. She's possessing the trash can. Okay. Not what I would choose to possess. Actually, this is a really cool fun thing that I found. Whoa. Neighbors just slammed the door really loudly. Isn't that the creepiest thing ever? Ah! Spectacular camera by me. Whoa! I'm on the totally wrong side of the room. There it is. Oh! Great. I caught that just in time to see her get out of that. Great. That was awesome. Fail. Episode 1 fail. Do it again. Do it again. Possess the spider. There. That's so freaky. Okay, alright, we've got fish. We've got fish. Okay, so it's 4:51. Ideal time to cook some dinner. So the fish lasts in their inventory, I think it's about 8 hours or so. So yeah, he's got a goldfish. And plant that cherry really quickly. We'll have a cherry tree. Set yourself on fire. Good job. There we go. Alright. Roast a fish because you're pregnant and you must eat. And then if they're not hungry, like you can just put it in their inventory and save it for later when they get hungry. That's, I found, the best way. And then once you get done, add a log and roast the fish. He wants to get engaged to her even though she's already his wife. That's great. Woohoo in a bush. Smooch. She wants to level up in painting skill and also to fertilize. What is it with these Sims wanting to fertilize bushes? Gross, guys. Gross. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Okay. Norma's getting hungry and she's got herself a grilled cheese anyway, so. Ava did autonomously make some grilled cheese before the episode got started. Couldn't be helped, but I did set her skill back to, like, the empty bar. before we got started. So,
Game.
woo, okay, guys, make your fish. It is 5:55. It is almost time to go inside. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. So once they finish, we do have to get them inside. So that's the next action they must do is go here. Get done with what you're doing, guys. It's time to go inside. Okay, so we'll put this plate in Ava's inventory and this one in Wyatt's. Alright, so we know Ava's expecting. We've got everything set up and introduced. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lock this door for everyone. And she is going to take a nice, no, we don't want to actually spend money, so just take a regular bath. And you can jump in the nice bed. And this is going to end the episode here. I don't want to make these episodes too long. So thank you for watching. We will check back next time for more information on everything, how everything is working for this challenge. Please check out the rules. I have a link to those down below. Until then, take care, and I'll see you next time. And we'll have another episode soon. Bye!